So for those of you that don't know who Alex Jones is, or that stupid InfoWars or whatever, you know, he has on all these governmental videos about this and that, but he's really passing satanic information, demonic information through computer codes. So this is supposedly a lady that was on the plane that saw a reptilian, and so she's trying to tell everybody, oh, the reptilian. But if you notice, the position of her hand here and here is the same as the position of the hand here and here. Okay? If you look here, you see this here? It's the same as this here. See it? It's like a snake skin. On the arm here, this says solve, and this says coagula. What that means is, it means you have to melt and change your form, basically to dissolve, and then after you dissolved, come back as in a new image. But this is not. There's nothing good here. Here's an eclipse here. Here's an eclipse here. That's the male and the female part of the brain being slammed together. So this would be the male. And that would be the female. When you put the two together, the two sides cancel each other out and become one, which is what you refer to now as a transgender. Here, they show it as this creature, but it really represents this dude that looks like a lady. The two snakes that are circling the staff, you notice one's light, one's dark. It's the male and the female sides intertwining. That's what they want the world to do, is become one mind, so that our good friends in Israel can rule everybody, because there won't be anybody to fight them. The goat's head itself just represents the constellation of Capricorn. Do you get it? The whole thing is to make the whole world transgender. In Hebrew, they call it tikkun olam. It says, oh, we're going to save the world by flipping the sexes. Not this world, you ain't. I will die of lead poisoning, and so will some of them before it ever gets anywhere near that to me. Hold on 1 second. See your purse right there? You see how it's it's the same as this? It's because that's what this is. It's a male and a female mixed in one body. You can't get no more demonic than this, period. It's what the whole thing is about. And Israel is the one that's behind it, because they have a contract with death and destruction, period. This pink, yellow, and blue here, that's referred to as the divine feminine. That's what they call it, but it's really not. Mother is the devil. There's nothing divine about it. It is only for them. Fucking bullshit artists. So, took me a long time to find this movie, but I did find it finally. So this was written by a Kabbalistic Jew who was a sodomite. And so here he is talking to a dung beetle, which is basically a reference to an asshole.
William Lee, I have arranged all this just to have a moment alone with you. I am your case officer.
What?
Case officer. You are my agent. I in turn report to your controller. Come, Mr. Lee. You don't have to play dumb with me.
That would be foolish.
It would. Say, Bill, do you think can rub some of this powder on my lips.
Sure.
Okay, this is very weird because that's an asshole and that's a beetle, and both of those together represent sodomy. Again, the guy that wrote it was a sodomistic, Kabbalistic Jew.
Well, now, as you might have expected, I have instructions for you from Control. It's about a little woman. A little woman. Your little woman. Your wife.
Tell me.
Your wife is not really your wife. She is an agent of Interzone Incorporated. You must kill her.
Interzone. They're talking about inside themselves. Like inside the Matrix type thing.
Kill Joan Lee. It must be done soon, this week, and it must be done real tasty.
Interzone Incorporated.
An organization based in Interzone, a notorious free port on the North African coast, a haven for the mongrel scum of the earth, an engorged parasite of the underbelly of the West.
I can't see it. Only a classy American woman like Joan I want to work with to bid outfit like Interzone Incorporated.
But who says Joan Lee is really a woman? In fact, who says she's human at all?
What do you mean by that?
I can't say no more. Hey, where you going? Don't do it, don't do it, don't have to pay.
This is like in like a really super old version of the Matrix. But with clearly the whole sodomy thing going. And there's the redhead. There she is. So let's get back to this typewriter thing. Again, Tom Hanks sending an 8-year-old boy a Corona typewriter. Tom Hanks, who is now becoming more and more infamous for being a pedophile every day, and the word Corona. I wonder if there's a connection between the coronavirus and pedophilia. And the fact that the panda virus in 2012, that was a pedophile thing. Let's see.
Yeah.
You didn't think to abandon you, did you?
Oh, no. Thought never occurred to me.
Good. We like confidence in an agent, but don't let it make you careless.
I'm just in the process of configuring my report.
That's good, Lee. Admirable. But there have been some changes. Changes at the top.
Oh, yeah?
Good changes, Bill. Fresh blood. Sparkling insights. Bill, could you do me a favor?
What?
I want you to type a few words into me. Words that I'll dictate to you.
Yeah. Sure, what the hell?
Okay, now, first sentence is, homosexuality is the best all-around cover an agent ever had. Ah, come on, Bill. Don't be such a pansy. Be forceful. Hurt me. I love it. That is a great sentence. These are words to live by, Bill. I'm glad these words are going into your report. Our new management will be so pleased that you see our point of view.
What point of view?
Well, just that we appreciate that you might find the thought of engaging in homosexual acts morally and possibly even physically repulsive. And we are encouraged that you are able to overcome these personal barriers to better serve the cause to which we are also devoted.
So I hope you're picking up that this whole coronavirus thing, aside from a bunch of other shit going on with it, is all based off of homosexuality and pedophilia and demonic pedophilia. This is a very, very old movie. This is not new. But this is written from the perspective of a Kabbalistic, homosexual, sodomistic Jew who's basically telling you the version of the Matrix that they kind of updated with Neo. See, the guys in black, those were all demons. Remember in the Matrix? The Smith agents, those are demons. And the running force is mother and homosexuality and pedophilia. Kind of like the other movie I showed you, where Bo is afraid. You're starting to pick up there's a pattern here about what this place really is, about who really runs this and what really runs all the governments, and where all of those missing children are going. Let's continue.
He's in Hamburg. There's a party tonight at the O'Leary place. Frost will be meeting a group of us here, and then walking through the Casbah. My friends and I would be happy to take you with us.
You're the new rider, aren't you? You just arrived.
A few.
Now, before we go any further, I'm going to show you something so that you understand this scene, because people that are biblically illiterate, which is most people, doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means you never read it or you didn't get what they were talking about. Because technically, you're not supposed to get what they're talking about. I'm thoroughly convinced that book is written in a manner that is to confuse you and corrupt you, not to be evil, but corrupt you in your understanding of what is being said. So, hang on, let me find the verse that I want to show you. So it says, for the mystery of the iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then the wicked will be revealed. This is the man of lawlessness, and these are the Talmudic Jews. And the Gentiles, the Shabbos Goy, that partake in this rumpy-pumpy demonic bullshit, plugging into mother bullshit we've been talking about. The real Matrix, not the one with Neo flying around in bullets. This real thing full of demons, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of the mouth and shall destroy, blah, blah, blah. So watch this scene and you'll understand what the spirit of the iniquity is, that Christians somehow never seem to get the gist of this fucking thing. Mostly because they never read about it and they don't give a fuck. They just like to walk around and say, oh, look at me. I believe in God. Oh, I believe in God. That's all they ever say. I don't just say this because I don't like Christians. I came from that. I'm saying that's what goes on in these churches. Why am I, the retarded tree trimmer, sitting here making videos about what's really going on, and the people that run around wearing mother's clothing, you know, priests, wearing a woman's dress and prancing around, why are they misleading people? Well, it's pretty obvious. It's because they work for that team. So let's watch this this clip here, and you'll understand what the mystery of the iniquity is. It's the same thing as when you saw in The Shining when the black cook talked to Danny and they didn't move their mouth. And that happens when you get plugged into Mother, which is i.e. the Matrix, and you can communicate without having to do it physically.
2 days ago, I write reports.
Oh? And did you come to Interzone for the boys?
No, I didn't.
Now remember, the interzone is referring to what the Matrix is. It's the same thing where Neo went. Except, again, nobody was flying around with bullets and karate and judo. It's all demonic homosexuality, pedophilia, and, you know, just lewd, gross shit. But it's the real Matrix.
And I did. That's quite a hot threesome you arrived with. They're very cheap, and they're really a lot of fun.
You use a Clark Gilbert, don't you? To write with? Typewriter?
Oh, I do, yes.
I wouldn't use a Clark Gilbert myself. Too demanding.
Demanding?
Oh, come on. We're both writers. We know what we're talking about.
Well, I'm new to this game, to tell you the truth.
If I get blocked again, I'll let you try my Martinelli.
Did you catch that? Did you see what he did with his hand?
Oh, come on. We're both writers. We know what we're talking about.
Well, I'm new to this game, to tell you the truth.
There's the finger. The whole rumpy-pumpy, pedophilic finger.
If I get blocked again, I'll let you try my Martinelli. Her inventiveness will surprise you.
I can't wait.
They say you murdered your wife. Is that true?
Who told you that?
Word gets around.
It wasn't murder, it was an accident.
Who told him that are the demons, because he's in that realm. So they already know everything about him. Kind of like the one we're in.
There are no accidents. For example, I've been killing my own wife slowly over a period of years.
What?
Well, not intentionally. I mean, on the level of conscious intention. It's insane, monstrous.
But you do consciously know it. You just said it. We're discussing it.
Not consciously. This is all happening telepathically, non-consciously.
What do you mean?
If you look carefully at my lips, you realize that I'm actually saying something else. I'm not actually telling you about the several ways that I'm gradually murdering Joan. About the housekeeper, Fidela, whom I've hired to make Joan deathly ill by witchcraft. About the medicines and drugs I've given her. About the constant nibbling away at her self-esteem and sanity that I've managed without being at all obvious about it. Whereas Joni, finds that she simply cannot be as obsessively precise as she wants to be unless she writes everything in longhand.
That is what is biblically known as the mystery of the iniquity. That happens when you get plugged into Mother, like Alex Jones. I'm plugged in, baby! Right? That's what the mystery of the iniquity is. Most of you never heard of it. Biblically, people say, oh, I read the Bible. They never heard of it either. That Bible is telling you a totally different story than what you think. Okay? Because for some guy to sit down and talk about the mystery of the iniquity and talk about the strong man, that's another character in the Bible that never gets brought up in church. The strong man is the one that's trying to fuck you in the ass. It's the pedophile. And it talks about how to fight the strong man from trying to get in. Then I'm just emphasize that again. From him trying to get in. Where do you think he's trying to get in? I don't think he's trying to get in your house. Not in the way that you think. So that's the mystery of the iniquity. So I'm going to go ahead and post this one. And then we'll follow up with another one. So you'll understand really what the coronavirus really is in reference to. And what the panda virus of 2012 was. And what the Shining really is. And what Willy Wonka and the chocolate factory. The chocolate factory. Or what UPS's logo, what can brown do for you? Gee, what would be brown? What could they possibly be referring to? Or Amazon with their little logo that's on the side. People think it's a smile. It's not. It's really a big giant penis. Sorry. And that's what Amazons have. And that's what these guys are into. That's why they named it Amazon.
Shit, that machine doesn't belong to me. It's Tom Frost.
My God, Lee, surely you know better than to bring an enemy agent into your own home. You gave me no choice. You were giving her access to your innermost vulnerabilities, forcing them on her for God's sake.
What am I going to tell him?
What's your assessment of the situation? Did Frost know that his machine was an interzonal agent?
He and his wife appeared to have a close connection with the indigenous population here.
His wife. Yeah, of course. The key is Joan Frost. You will seduce her, and you will discover the substance of her report and deliver it directly to me.
Seduce her, but what about Keegan, the Interzone boys? Our cover.
It'll work beautifully, Bill. The opposition will be thrown into total confusion.
Oh, very interesting. What an interesting movie. Oh, goody. Here he's going to meet up with Mommy, the redhead, just like in Beau is Afraid, amazingly enough. And let's just see.
You are.
I don't like using Tom's things. We don't trespass on each other.
Do you have any objection to trying some of this?
It's fairly erotic.
Oh, there's some interesting things going on here.
Trying to be civilized more.
You'll see in a minute.
Really?
And there's the X right on her forehead. from Mother Dearest. They always play that in. They gotta have it. There's some other shit going on in there, but there it is, right? Because that's Mommy. Death. See, this is the real Matrix, not flying around in bullets and men in suits. This is the real Matrix, the perversion. They just take something that's perverted and make it into a movie, and everybody claps and goes, oh, it was such a great movie. But they're all based on the same thing.
This is very good.
You do know that that's crap, right? That's shit that she's eating. Because they're digging it out of an asshole. Because that's what sodomites do. Oh, it's an uncircumcised penis. So we've got shit eaters and dicks. Wow. What a wonderful scene that was. How heartwarming. Wonder how come that never made it into the regular Matrix. Just amazing.